friends, so I'm going to show you how I start my blankets because I know that a couple of you have asked. So you're going to hear Mr. Jerry in the background. He's putting my garden shelf together. But anyways, you start with a slip knot, however you do your slip knots. I usually tie a knot down here so that it can be woven into the blanket when it's done. And then clip this off as close as you can, or you can burn it to add it to it. And you want it, some people will do 4 fingers wide, but I found that I do 3. So you just try to make them about the same length. And if they get too big, you just tighten that ring up. 3. Eight, 9, 10. So once you get your stitches all on, then what I do is I flip it over, and then I am looking for these humps right here, 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 and here. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have to make my extra one right here. So there is, when you look at this, you have the middle right here, and that's what you're going, not the top or the bottom. And they're hard to dig, but you just get your finger in that and then just push it through and pull it. And I try to make them all the same length. And you can put your fingers in there if you like to, or if you like a little bit longer. And then the last one is in that middle. And you pull it up like that. And then your yarn goes in the back. And you're going to go, whoops, go back this way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So what that does, it gives you that decorative edge like it does on your crochet. So then all you need to do is, since you went through this one, this is, you can either just start pulling it up through there like that. So there is a loop here, the yarn's in back, and I just push the loop backwards towards the front and pull it through. So I'm taking that loop, reaching in, grabbing, and pull through. Reach in, grab from the back, pull it through the front. And until you do this enough times, you'll understand. But always at the beginning, count your stitches, because when I first started I had missed stitches because it's really easy to do. Now you're to this drop stitch that I called, so this will be your first stitch for the next row going that way. So the yarn's got to go back this way. So all you do is you just do like you did before, push it through the back, bring it up. I do the edges like 3 fingers if I'm doing these loops too, because that will give you this continuation of that knit look. And so you start with this one right here and you push it through the back. Pull it up. And then we're back to that side stitch here, so I just grab it, do 3 fingers, and I start all over again. The other thing you need to worry yourself about is if you keep them apart like this, you're going to have gaps. So I always try to bring it next to the one as I'm bringing it up. And this yarn's very forgiving, so. But I just reach through that, I grab it, and I pull it up through my thumb. And if your loop is a little bit bigger than you want from the previous row, just make it shorter the next one going back. And that is how I start my blankets and do my knit blankets. And if you need to, if you run out of yarn and you need to add another to it, all you do is, let me get down, well, it can be done any place on here. If you do it down towards here, change the color on the second one to the last stitch, but you can do it anywhere. So what you do is, to tie it, I will cut it off. My loop is here, there is the loop that it went through, so I will cut it off about like that. Then I'll pull it up, and this will be my new color, let's say, and you just tie a knot. And then you just snug it together, and then you clip off all these ends, And that's what it's going to look like. So then when you pull it back through, that knot that you just made will be underneath here. And then you just carry on as you did before. Sorry if I'm knocking the camera. So that is how I start them. This is the front side, it's the knit side. This is the back side, the purl side. Hopefully that helps. Hey friends, it is restock day and we need some more cornmeal mix or Jiffy mix. This is a copycat version of the Jiffy box mix from the store. I made it yesterday and we like it even better than the Jiffy mix. So it's going to take 2 cups, I think, of flour. And I'm measuring that. It also is going to have the cornmeal in it, some sugar, some salt, I also have to restock our anything but soup or anything soup base mix. So, but I am starting with the cornmeal. And you're gonna discover that I grabbed the wrong container because it's going to be more than the quart jar. So I will have these linked in the description too. So I'm opening up the cornmeal. So that was 1 cup, and then I think it's a half a cup more. And that's a 1/4 cup measuring cup. And that's when I discovered that I'm not going to have room once I get the sugar in. Now this will make 12 muffins because that's how we make them, is into muffins. And on the Weight Watcher app, it is 3 points per muffin. And now I'm doing 3/4 cup of sugar, and that's when I realized I had the wrong container. You ever have those days? Woke up this morning, didn't sleep well, and the cats kept me up, and then I had a sinus headache, and so just slow moving today. But these are the things that need to be done, and once they're done, because this is a big batch. And you still just scoop out so much of the mix, and you do it just like the box, where you add your egg, your oil, and all that stuff, and bake it just like the box. But it was really good. Now it is baking powder. And then baking soda. and then salt. And today I decided to use our pink Himalayan salt. And then you just mix it up, and for the mix, it said to use 2 cups of this mixture to all your other ingredients, but to shake it every time or mix it every time that you go to use it, because the cornmeal wants to separate itself from everything. And then I have it all rolled out and laid onto it or tied to it, so when Mr. Jerry decides he wants some muffins, he has the instructions on how much to use and how long to bake it for. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. It's been a beautiful sunny day here, so, but cold. So that is how I do our Jiffy mix. So we got something new for the garden, for the seeds. So show a picture. It's a grow light stand. And we're doing the, not the 2 separates, but the long one. Lots of parts and pieces that my hubby's going to put together. So this one actually comes with grow lights, and those are the shelves. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll find a place for it, because we have Curious George here, aka Simba, who likes to get into everything. He's like, Dad, what's in here? Jerry. See, he's already reaching for the bands. Now he's pulling one.
What are you doing?
Oh, I see what you're doing, Dad. There's a mouse there. He has put a mouse up there. You see it?
Oh. Really? Come on.
And these are the waterproof covers. So, okay, friends. So now I am doing the cream of soup anything dry mix, which takes dry milk powder. You can use any type of milk powder that you like. And I'm going to tell you, I am not a neat prepper like this, but that's all right. I forgot the cornstarch. It needs cornstarch or arrowroot. And we're almost out of cornstarch. We use this in place of the can of, oh, did you see that? It popped out and got me. Told you I was a messy prepper baker. We use this in place of cream of mushroom or cream of chicken or cream of celery soups, any soups like that. And this is just a base that you add your liquid to it, like anything from water to what she suggests is chicken or vegetable broth. If you do the mushroom, cream of mushroom soup, then she suggests using the beef broth. And so you take so much of the dry mix. Now comes all the spices. This is onion, minced onion. And you take so much of it, add it to the liquid on your in your pan, and then you just mix it until it is thickened to how much you like it to be thickened to, and it will equal out to 1 can of whatever you're doing. So this right here is the onion powder. And then I'm going to be adding some, I think, basil and parsley. Some black pepper. I think the reason I like this is because it's so flavorful. If you want to do cream of mushroom soup, you would just add mushrooms to it. Once you had it thickened, cream of chicken, you just add chicken pieces to it. Cream of celery, you'd add celery to it, you know, on and on like that. These are all shelf stable, about 6 months. So this one will not even be a full quart. So, but you don't need very much. I think it's a 1/2 cup to a 1/4 cup of liquid. I can't remember, but it will all be listed. But we use this a lot. So all I'm going to do is find the lid for it and shake it up, and then I will write out the instructions. There are instructions for it, but this one is a little bit different than the last one I made because this has more spices in it than the last one. And she actually tells you what to add to certain things because Jerry is the cook, and so I try to make it as easy for him to make this stuff up. And this way we can control what we're using. So that's how I do our cream of anything soup.